Yo, everyone, what's up? What's up? What's up? Tupac, what's up? Hey, sorry, rocking the new shirt, man. I love it. Hey, everyone, what's good? What's good? What's great? Hey, I am so happy to be back with everyone. It's the same crew as last night because we had so much success. It was so great. We had to celebrate and we had to make sure we reiterate that everything that makes this just gonna go straight. That's how you rhyme, baby. All right. Hey, everyone. Oh, don't you shake your head at me, dude. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Vinny. Hey, everyone. How you doing? Josh, how you doing?
Chilling, man. How you?
Juicy J, Josh. How you doing? I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, Vinny. Vinny P. What's good? I still got to cover that. Vinny P.
I mean, everything's going good. Watching sports. Watching the Lakers about to win this game. So
watching sports. Yeah, no, that's
not possible.
Speaking of hoops, I just want to say real quick: Iowa, Minnesota women's. Did you guys see that?
Oh
my god!
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get there. Oh, we're gonna get there. By the way, the Lakers. It's the second quarter. What do you mean you're about to watch the Lakers? You're tripping. We're gonna call you Vinny 2 times because you're about to actually change your mind a second time. Okay, so Gabe, BT Gabe, how are you doing, homie?
Yeah, sports.
Drinking your coffee. Yes, sports. Yes, I like sports.
I'm not compromising on that stance.
Sports are great. I like sports.
I didn't say that. I just said sports. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Let's do it, babe. We got the light blue highlighting it. Because you know why? Because I love light blue. It's a happy tone. It's a happy place. Because we're in a happy place right now. We're in the Fortress of Solitude right now.
I feel like I'm at my beach right now. Yeah.
We're at the Fortress of Solitude. All right. But you know what? Let's go ahead and start this up. Let's do it on a happy note to keep the happy tone. And then we'll get straight into the sports. Sports. Guys, we had such a great time with this yesterday. I got to be real with you. I just ate a little bit ago. I want to do one more food question before we get into sports. Just to open this show up. I have to. We did Italian food yesterday. All right. Or last night. Do y'all like Hispanic food, Latin food? We talked about that too.
Yes, sir. Come on, bro.
There you go. Come on, Dad. Come on, bro. Simonese. Come on now. What's up? What's up? Come on, man. Hey, compañero, Gabriel.
What? We've said yes.
¿Qué
We've all said yes.
Ben didn't say yes.
All of us have Italian and Mexican, either one or two. I'm pretty sure.
It's been a day. I just want to make sure everyone's. Hey, the thing about podcasts, you got to reiterate. That's the thing.
True, it's true.
What is your favorite Hispanic? Could be any, whether it's Latin dish, could be South American, Central American, Mexican. And by the way, the question later will not. It could be Caribbean in certain areas, but
Peruvian.
Peruvian. I guess there's certain Caribbean ones that could be. All right,
that's South American, brother.
The Peruvian is South American.
But don't do that, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Peru is its own independent country with a proud history.
Hey, okay, whatever.
Yeah, because there's not other countries in South America that aren't actually, independent at all. Okay, so
or proud.
Other than Brazil, which is more like Portuguese, but that's still very similar. All right, guys.
Also not.
Point. You get my point. We started off on a delicious note. Everyone, Vinny G, Vinny the G. What do you got? What you got? We'll start it off on a good note, on a hungry, sweet note. Or it could be salty, sweet or salty, savory.
Let's just go enchilada.
Enchilada. Yeah. What kind of enchilada? What kind of meat you going with? Don't just say enchilada. Come on now.
I mean, I'm not the one who cooks it, so I don't really know. It's just enchilada to me.
Enchilada you talking about, bro? Which enchilada you talking about? All right, you're boring. Gabe, come on, hit me up. Give me something good. Come on.
Oh,
Give me
yeah.
something what this guy has. Come on.
Peruvian.
That is so vague. God, you guys are vague. Josh.
Very specific. How's that vague? How
Josh
is
saved
that vague? That's a specific nation. A proud nation. Have I mentioned how proud they are?
I said
proud.
I said a dish. I said a dish, not a damn country. Dear God. A dish. What is wrong
Just
with
all
you?
the taste of Peru. So good.
Josh,
You ever-
saved it.
Have you been there, Dave?
Oh,
Have you
no.
been-
Not once.
No.
No.
Have you been there? No. Oh,
Less
okay.
than 0.
I-
Hey, but
Honestly,
they're
haven't even-
proud. They're proud though. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're very proud. I'm proud to mention how proud they are, Josh. That's how proud they are.
No, I'm
Sorry.
sure they're
Josh,
they're one of the proudest out there.
Josh, save us.
Absolutely.
Josh, save us, please. Save us, please.
So I am half Dominican, so I got to go with the Dominican chicken with rice and beans. Very classic.
See, that is a good answer because he's
Very
right.
dangerous.
With hot sauce or no?
Not big on hot sauce, but I can vibe with it a little bit. But yeah, if
Okay.
you guys have ever been to New York City, there's a copious amount of that kind of dish there.
He's 100% right, and I know exactly what he's talking about, especially with like fajitas, like with chili and lime,
Yep,
kind of
yep.
that flavor.
You can do so much with it. There's a whole world of it. Just like with those ingredients, you can basically live your whole life with just that. With the
It's also better for you. It's better for you. The American version of like Latin food is like,
Oh yeah, the Americanized stuff. They make everything fattier and all that shit.
Yeah, all they think is like cheese and sauce and blah, blah, blah. That's what
We gotta
America.
put all this shit in it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the way it is. That's not the way.
Right.
E-Rock, I got something for you.
You know what? If it's you saying enchiladas again,
No.
I'm just going with it.
Enchiladas.
In honor of yesterday, we got the glizzy.
Oh my god, you got a real glizzy.
Told you it was glizzy hour, bro.
That's meta, bro. That's fire.
Yeah,
You
not
really
everyone's
spoke
gonna
into
get
existence.
that reference.
Vin's,
That one's
Vin's,
for the
Vin's
scholars
gotta get-
10 years
Vin's
from
gotta
now.
get- Vin's getting muted in 5 seconds. That's what's
Well, now Eric knows what a glizzy is. Like he actually has seen it.
Yeah,
Now
glizzy
Vin
powers
does
activate.
too.
Vin, you said you had something to say to me. What is it?
Yeah, glizzy
That
power
was
activate.
it. That was it.
That was it. That was it. Literally,
That's huge.
literally, that was it.
I appreciated it, Vin. Oh, my-
Oh, he needs,
Oh, poor
he needs
guy.
some. He needs some one-on-one time with this glizzy.
Oh dear God. Vin. I don't know what else to say. Vin. Okay. All right. You know what my answer is gonna be, because I could say as like an American, be like ACP or hell, quesadilla. I love his answer. I love Josh's answer.
Well, Josh gave the best answer, I think.
Chili lime fajitas,
Honestly.
beef chili lime fajitas with bell peppers, red
That's good.
peppers,
I'll
onions,
give you that.
little bit of lime, like extra lime on there. And I do like hot sauce. That, and I might even put a couple of jalapenos or habaneros on there, just a couple of slices.
Just a little extra.
This might show how white I am. Can I give you a nice honorable mention?
Is this a burrito? Is this a
No,
burrito?
It's Chili's
Chicken nuggets.
It's Chili's brisket quesadillas.
That shows how white you are. You're right. That shows how white you are.
Chili
That does show how white
Yeah,
you
I've
are.
never even had that.
Yeah, sounds like something from the Applebee's menu.
It's close.
It sounds
It's
like
not-
something that
it's not
shouldn't really
far off.
exist.
You're not far off.
That sounds like a very gentrified kind of meal.
So it is. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No,
Hashtag
that's-
glizzy.
The proud people of
What did you
Chili's.
just? You said this might say it sound white of me. Like, no, that sounds white. That sounds extremely white, actually. That's,
Sounds about white.
this is why I said I'm not white. I'm not black. I'm not brown. I'm not anything. I'm clear. I'm a person of the world. I'm a human. I'm a human.
I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah, I'm clear.
I'm not white or
human.
black. I'm clear, bro.
I'm clear. That's what I say to people. I said, "You're not black." I'm like, "That's racist." I'm not black or white. I'm just clear. All right. But that was you know what I love? A cheesy gordita crunch. Well, my favorite Mexican.
There you go.
Josh
No,
just
I just had Taco Bell for the first time like 6 months ago.
No, I want me a cheesy gordita crunch. Hell.
The one in my town had a Pizza Hut connected, so I always get the Pizza Hut version.
Oh my god,
so yeah,
Taco Bell and
pizza,
right next to
gotcha.
each other, that's just like instant death.
Yeah, it was the one of those that were like connected.
That is so that's so America right there.
Extra fire sauce, extra fuego. Come on now. Hey, can I get a cheesy roll up with that from a kid? No. Let me get a cinnamon twist. All right, sorry, this is the South. I'm speaking from the South here. So okay. Let me get a quesarito. All right. All right, we're done. All right, now we're going way off track. We're just laughing about how funny Americans are with how they butchered Hispanic food. Okay. We have butchered Hispanic food. Okay, so brisket. What was that? What was that one you just said though? A brisket. No, Josh. What did you just call it? A brisket.
No, that was Vince.
It was you.
Yeah, no,
Vince.
it's a brisket quesadilla.
A brisket quesadilla. There you go.
But you said like a brisket chili quesadilla or something.
No, it's from Chili's.
Oh, from Chili. Oh, that's even that's even worse.
With extra queso, extra queso on it.
Quesadilla.
A quesadilla. There you go. Okay, guys. Let's see. Just sacrilegious to the Latin community. Okay, so everyone, let's move forward in an actual thing that's not sacrilegious to any community. It's actually going to be sports. Sports. I got 4 things tonight, which is perfect. That means one of them has to be a wild card. I have them written down right beside me. Word on Tupac. All right. So I would never go against Tupac. Okay. So the key is who wants to go first, I guess.
I want to go last.
You want to go last?
You want to go I called last, Finn.
Okay.
All right,
I'll go first.
Fine, then Josh can go first.
Okay,
dude.
fine. Then I want to go second.
Fine. Whoever goes last is a
Yes.
Yeah, whoever goes last gets the douche award of the world. Okay, there
Perfect.
you go. There you go.
Perfect.
Right.
You're technically last, D-Rock.
No, I'm the host. I'm exempt from doucheness.
Oh, that was quick. I like that.
That's fair. That was good, but I'm exempt
That
from
was good.
douche. Yeah, I'm pulling a Dusty. I'm exempt from the doucheness award. All right, let's go, Josh. I guess you're going first. You get King Award because you're going first.
Yes, sir.
What do you got? What number? 1 through 4. What do you got?
2.
2 is actually the wild card. Actually,
Wow.
Figure. Yeah. So you get to choose the newer guy, the newest guy. He gets to pick what he wants to talk about. Foist. What do you want to talk about? If it's Taco Bell, don't talk about it because that's going to be freaking weird.
So, this is a story that I'm actually going to write an article for Apex Sports. But McCole Hardman is rumored to have leaked game plans to opposing teams while he was on the Jets. I've personally never seen this before. Like at my time watching football, it might have happened. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen it happen. And I thought that was just wild. I mean, we're not 100% sure it's true, but Connor Hughes tweeted it. He's a Jets reporter for SNY.
Oh, so it's true, yeah.
No, it's not true.
I mean, it's a rumor. So okay, it started because Sauce Gardner tweeted like about it. He was like something like our game plans got leaked, yada yada. Somehow got connected to McCole Hardman. So look, I'm not saying it's set in stone, but where there's smoke, there's fire. Potentially, I'm just saying.
Oh, you're saying it. That's 3 sources now. This is a story.
Let me start real quick on kicking this off.
What, Gabe? You think it's total? It's total bullshit. Like
Valdez, breaking news.
Gabe believes it. Actually, he's actually serious. He believes it. I'm going to say this. Here's what I think happened, and I'll give it to Gabe. That way he can defend himself. I think that this has to do being on Xbox Live or PlayStation Online, whatever the hell it is. It's not necessarily on purpose, but they're just talking some shit. And maybe people like it's just careless behavior. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's natural. I don't think it's intended collusion. I think that's what that happens so much right now. So that's what I would say it is. I saw this story and it's like, plus collusion couldn't have helped the Jets offense anyway, so it wouldn't have helped.
Well, the thing is, what's funny about it is like they say he leaked it to the Eagles and Chiefs, but those are two of our best games of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we were a pass interference call away from
beating the Chiefs.
Beating the Chiefs, and yeah.
So that's what's even funnier about it.
No, I mean the punishment's easy. I mean, Chiefs just don't get the Super Bowl, and the Jets do. So automatic. Right. I mean, that's only fair.
That's good. You're right. It's the only way the Jets are going to win a Super Bowl. So
I mean, they already won one. They won how many more than Carolina?
Yeah, 69. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
it still counts. It
was we've been to 2 Super Bowls, even though we lost. We've been to 2 Super Bowls.
I mean, I like being the second place too. So don't worry.
We got a ring. We got a ring on this finger.
I got a ring right here too.
We got Joey Namath. Don't worry.
We were cheated out of that last one, so I'm not worried about
that sounds just like a
loser. The Panthers Broncos?
Yes.
You guys got cheated. I don't know.
You'll never convince me otherwise.
Why? Okay. Because Cam Newton didn't want to jump down?
Because it was Peyton's last game, and as soon as they won, I knew that we're not getting into this. You'll never convince me because it's going to be a futile argument. Let's not do it.
Do you want to see my impersonation of Cam Newton in that Super Bowl?
All right, I'm not. Vin, hey, Vin, you know what? I was hoping you'd actually drop to the ground because you couldn't get back up. That's what I was really hoping. I was like, oh, come on, Vin, please.
I remember that play. He just looked at the ball rolling.
I'm not saying that wasn't right. Doesn't mean I don't agree with that. Doesn't mean that there was not other things like Aqib Talib. I'm glad he shot himself in the leg later on.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm glad he did. I'm glad he shot himself because he injured Jonathan Stewart on purpose. I'm glad he shot himself in the leg. I'm serious. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm not apologizing for that. The hell with that dude. He sucks and I hate him. All right. So let's move forward. And I'm not apologizing to anyone for that. The hell with that. Keep to lead. I'm glad he shot himself in the leg.
Can you stop saying it, please, before I have to?
I'm glad he shot himself.
Shout out to Keep Talib.
Yeah, no, you can't keep saying it, E-Rock. Seriously.
I'm glad he shot himself because you shouldn't bring a
E-Rock, no, E-Rock, seriously, you can't keep just saying this. You can believe it, just don't say it.
Because I'm glad he I'm not apologizing. You shouldn't bring a gun into a
Okay. E-Rock, we get the point.
Yeah, we're gonna get monetized before we even get anything.
All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Oh, it's still true. All right.
Okay.
Move forward. Hey, what do you think about what we were talking? Not the other thing, but the thing before that. The thing before the thing.
About McCall Hardman?
Yes.
I think Tommy Morstead kind of put it in perspective. The Jets punter, he tweeted out, "Be careful getting information from disgruntled former employees. Getting beat out by a rookie free agent after being guaranteed millions of dollars is tough to deal with. Entitlement is a killer of an opportunity. You have to earn it every year."
That's a quote right there. Holy shit. Wow. So, you could tell they don't like him, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was basically he didn't want to return punts in preseason.
So, well, yeah, because Xavier Gibson basically took his role, and
Stephen F. Austin's own.
I mean, that just seemed bitter. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean,
it sounds like.
I mean, the Jets did right at the end of the day. They let him go, so it's not like they did anything wrong.
They let him go, and then he wins the Super Bowl in the last play of the season. So, what are you gonna do?
Sounds like.
I mean, the sad part is that what the Chiefs aren't going to get punished for it. They're going to get probably like a 5th-round pick taken away, which is the punishment.
Or what, McCall Hardman? I mean, what did the Chiefs do wrong?
No, for tampering, because technically they had conversations with him beforehand.
Oh, because he was still on the Jets when they were talking to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
About come get me, which I mean, we saw that with the Dolphins thing when they said they wanted to intentionally tank. Right. That they got taken away a draft pick, so I think that's what's going to happen. But it's going to be a late pick.
They were also. Did they talk to Brady?
Yeah,
he was on the Pats. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not going to be anything significant. I think it's It's fun. It's a fun story. I'm more interested in Bryce Huff, not gonna be franchise tagged.
I'm also working on that too. Yeah, that was like, dude.
It was a very big Jets day. Zach Wilson's gonna get traded in the most non-news ever.
Okay, well, Zach Wilson, like, we knew that's coming.
Yeah,
but like, freaking, I don't. Vin, do you understand the Bryce Huff thing? Why won't they pay this guy?
Well, I mean, they have so many pass rushers,
but he's the best one.
I mean, yeah, but you're gonna have to reset the market now, and you're gonna pay him more than Quentin Williams. So
Quentin Williams technically is the best one.
Yeah, I just think they should have traded him during the off or during the season.
Bryce is on the edge though, so it's different.
Yeah,
like he gets more sacks.
I think there's a lot more concerns when it comes to.
I just think they have to figure out some offense, and they can't afford paying him.
This conversation.
The problem is they didn't pay him when they should have, like 2 years ago.
Right, yeah.
Now they messed it up.
This conversation took a turn that I did not expect to where we're talking about the Jets again. This has happened 2 days in a row where we're like,
all right, you're right. I should stop forcing my teams in the combo.
No, I'm actually okay with it because the Jets are a hot topic. No, I'm okay with this. This is what this show's about. This is what this show's about. I'll say this, like I said last night, I'll say it again. And there's a Pats fan here too, so we have a little bit of objectivity. And I'm a Panthers fan because I don't really give a rat's furry tail. Their biggest concern is not defense. It's not receivers. It is or skill positions. It is freaking offensive line. And the more everyone keeps talking about this, it is absurd because
nobody said it though today.
Yeah, that's the point. That is the point. Now, when people are saying it. Not just. I'm not talking just us. I'm talking about people, Jets fans in general. Let's go get Devontae Adams. Let's go get this. Let's go do that.
Devontae Adams, bro.
To be fair, if Devontae Adams is available, people are going to want him.
They already said. The Raiders already said.
No, I'm saying though. That's just everybody's going to. The point is, one team's going to say, let's look and see if we can get him.
Point is, Jets fans keep saying like crying out for like let's get another receiver. Let's get them like. What are you talking about? Get a damn.
I think you don't understand, E-Rock. There's multiple needs. It's not just.
No, I do understand that. I get that. But their first need, their primary need is the offensive line.
Well, that's true. They need both. But yes, the offensive line is more important.
One can be true with the other. But primary, like he said, Josh said, they need an offensive guard. They need a left tackle that stays on the field. Right. They need one. It's like it's crucial because how are you going to keep your 39-year-old quarterback upright?
Freaking 49. I can't deal with another backup quarterback season.
I
don't even understand it. Unless they get maybe they should go get Russell Wilson as a backup. Maybe
you go draft somebody like Spencer Rattler in like a late day 3 pick.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
And then have like Ryan Tannehill backup.
What about like Bo Nix in the second round?
No,
I don't know.
Way too high. We don't have a second rounder, but I don't want to hire.
Yeah, that's why you need a day 3. You gotta go to.
I don't want a quarterback before. I don't want a
quarterback every year. I don't understand why teams don't do that. Just draft a quarterback every year.
I agree. You should take one every year.
Yeah. I love it because we have a Patriot fan and a Panthers fan. Well, Panthers already did. They made their bed, so we're laying in it. But we got a Patriots fan who has the 3rd pick in the draft. This wasn't even one.
Who you guys getting? You guys going to get?
Look, this is not one. This wasn't one of the topics I was going to say, but it's actually intriguing because it's a good segue. Josh, ask the question you were about to do.
Well, Gabe, who are you guys going to get at number 3 overall as a Pats insider?
Or will you trade it? Or would you trade it?
Well, yeah. So, like, if I talk about the Patriots, I'm a source, just like how Josh just broke a story for us. So I appreciate that.
You're the official Patriots source of the show.
Oh yeah. Anything I say is officially breaking news. But no, I've been. I know that's towing the line, Vin. but sarcasm is implied. But anyway,
it's encouraged. It's encouraged. It's all right.
Nah. I understand why people say you need to draft a quarterback, but I've said this and I've been pretty consistent. All these people are like, "Oh, this guy needs to go here. This guy needs to go here." probably one of the two top picks, one of the two are going to fail or flail out, let alone all the other ones, everyone else. Marvin Harrison Jr., Roma Dunze. I think those are two for sure locks to succeed in the NFL at the position. Of course, quarterback's the most important position, but if you don't like your guy at 3 in the quarterback position, don't reach for someone who you're he might make it. Go for the proven prospect at that point.
Yeah, you guys need explosive offensive players too.
Like, let me actually. I'm so glad you. Okay, let me follow that question up because that is a very intriguing. In all seriousness, that is a very intriguing take, Gabe. So let me ask you, as a Patriots fan, obviously you're the leading expert, in the world, and have the inside track. But taking that, even with that in consideration, as a fan, let me ask you a question. That was sarcasm, but this is actually a real question. Do you think, like, what would be your plan as a contingency for quarterback if you were and I'm not saying taking a receiver would be a bad thing. I don't think trading back and getting a receiver would be like, I don't think Marvin Harrison would be there at whatever past 5. But dude from Washington, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. I'm not
Roman
going
Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. Guy from Washington. But either way, this is such a deep draft when it comes to receiver, quarterback, and I think even tight end. What would be your contingency plan for quarterback then?
Oh, so if you're saying if
you decide to not take a quarterback first round,
yeah.
What would be your contingency plan?
Well, the actual reports who aren't just me running my mouth, the actual insiders are saying Mac Jones is going to get another run at things. So that'll be fun. I mean, so Mac Jones had a decent rookie season. He needs to go somewhere else for himself, and just this way we know for sure. Like, all right, he can make it in the NFL or not, but in New England, like that ship sailed.
Mac Jones is like one step above Zach Wilson to me.
So wait. So what would you do then? Who would you get? Like Russell Wilson or Ryan Tannehill?
Oh no, I first wanted to address like that we can't dismiss that. We can't dismiss that because like that's apparently an actual thing that they're saying and might happen. So
okay, understood.
But what would I want to do to answer your question directly?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to bridge quarterback. I don't. But I would I think I would for this year. Or okay, I want to bridge quarterback for this year and then get someone new next year. I just love the short firepower at wide receiver in this draft class. Too much to pass. Or I'm okay with Vin's Russell Wilson if it comes to that. If it came to that, what he said the other day, I'm okay with that.
We talk about Russell Wilson a lot. I just noticed that.
Yeah, for real, right? Now, so let me postulate another question. Then Drake May or Jalen Daniels, I feel like is going to get picked second because people see him. I don't think he's as good as Drake May, but granted, I'm also going to be considered biased because I'm North Carolina. I'm a Carolina fan. So which I understand and I get it. I would say the same thing if I was on the outside looking in watching this show. However, I really do believe Drake May to be kind of I don't want to say Josh Allen because I think he's a smarter player than Josh Allen. Personally, but again, people are going to look at me like I'm biased. I just say, like, you don't think that maybe it's time to start over and start over again, I should say, and get a Drake May because quarterback, and this will be a question I ask later in the show as a segment, like before we wrap up, but quarterback is one of the most important positions in team sports. You don't think that starting over with Drake May might be a better option to start with, even though
if he fell to 3, absolutely.
Well, no, it'll either be him or Jalen Daniels. That's my point. So, I mean, but it's like, is it like not prudent? Like people, here's the discussion that's happening right now as well. There are several, a million. God, there's a million. It's like, do you want to draft a quarterback and put him in a system where he can't succeed, or is it better to at least get a quarterback to where he can, like Joe Burrow years ago, where he turned the possibility of turning his system around? This is the whole that is the whole conversation right now.
So, Erod,
actually, no, I want everyone's opinion on this.
So, Erod, because since you're in that mindset, what is the ceiling for this season if the Patriots draft a quarterback?
I don't know. This is a rhetorical.
I think they're still fourth in the division, so that's why I say get the star wide receiver in a wide receiver heavy draft. Okay. Next year there is some good quarterbacks. If you don't want, we could have Gabe's favorite quarterback, Justin Field. He's a free agent. Or you could go, there's going to be some pretty significant named quarterbacks on the free agent market.
Absolutely.
Two was a free agent, Trey Lance, if you want to go Trey Lance. You have Jameis, who I think could be a better quarterback. Or you just draft a quarterback in 2025. This year is going to be a learning year. So I think have a bridge quarterback that can get you to a decent spot. Draft Quinn Ewers if you're that bad. And then you're going to be solidified. I think you can get Shador. I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback in the NFL. And then you have Marvin Harrison with somebody who can throw him the football.
Wait, I'm sorry, but Shador Sanders is going
to Sanders. That'll be next season. He's talking about next
in
year.
2025.
No, and before I'll pass it off to no pun intended, pass off to JV over here. I will go ahead and say this though. There is the possibility of you could trade back just a few picks and maybe get Bo Nix, or what's his name? Bo Nix.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, it's not a bad, and you can get a decent King's ransom or Prince's ransom. I won't go King's ransom, Prince's ransom. I don't know. You get a decent ransom.
It's worse to reach on a first round quarterback than anything else because of that contract later. You put yourself in such a bad position. So if you don't have your guy, I'm not the scout. We're not scouts. They're the scouts. If you're at all iffy on it, if your guy doesn't fall to you or you don't go up and grab your guy, don't reach just because it's a quarterback.
Okay, fair enough. All right, JV, what you think?
I totally agree with what Gabe just said. I think when it comes to quarterback, it's different than drafting any other position. If you're drafting a high quarterback in the first round, you have to believe that he will take you to the Super Bowl eventually. If you don't believe that, you cannot take him there. You might as well take him day 3 at that point. You know what I mean? I think if you're drafting a quarterback high, you can't be drafting him just to get it because you need a quarterback. It has to be because this guy is the one, and he is exactly what we need.
Nice take, Josh.
How do you guys feel if hypothetical trade? Patriots trade the 3rd pick for Trevor Lawrence.
Yes. I hate it. I can't stand it.
That would benefit the Patriots a lot more than the Jags.
Hell yeah, it would.
I'm saying they reset the quarterback.
I hate it.
It seems like Trevor Lawrence has a bit of a ceiling.
I hate it. Literally hate it.
You can't trade Trevor Lawrence for that.
That's a good trade, Vin.
I think it's more realistic than people think.
No, it's not. That's a terrible trade.
I don't think the Jags are at that point with Trevor to just let him go like that right now.
All right, here's the thing. All right, before I was about to go into what I was going to say.
All right, they get Bill Belichick too. Fine.
No. Yeah, there you go. Just get rid of Doug Peterson while you're at and get Bill Belichick. Why not? And then bring Tom Brady out of retirement. Let's just roll with it. Here's the thing about
trade.
This is a good. Actually, this is a good segue into what I was going to respond with, and I will just keep it short and plain. Finding a starting quarterback, like a real good starting quarterback, is so hard to find. It is so hard to find. It is the most important position in team sports, in my opinion, in the world, probably. And not probably, to me it is. But here's the thing, though. This is the best quarterback class of the last few years.
Okay, I'm sorry. They say that a lot. I'm just saying.
No, I know. You're right. You're right. I'm not, but I'm not
I
using generational talent. I hate that term.
know.
I cannot
Everyone's a
stand.
fucking generational talent.
But this,
trust
no,
me.
Every 6 months.
I will not say generational talent. But this is actually the most skilled, in my opinion, most skilled. How about this? The most skilled quarterback class I've seen in years, in my opinion, personally. I think that.
Yeah, I think
And-
it is just like as a complete class.
It's complete. And plus, even if you don't take one in the top 5, there are 3 more that I think are very good. Penix, Nix. There's more probably. I just can't think of it. But next year, if you wait another year, it's tough, man. It's tough. When you get the chance to start over.
There's some good quarterbacks still.
Ben, let me finish real quick, and I'll let you wrap it, put a bow on it. Not a bow Nix, but a bow. Oh, okay. So, I think if you're the Patriots, you've got a new a new coach. You're doing a new kind of offense, probably. You're doing it's a new identity. I think it is prudent to take even if you trade down and do Penix, but you got to get a new quarterback, at least in the waiting, something, because it's just staying pat is just so telling to the rest of the team. And I feel like that's just as much of a thing as well. So hold on before I know JV, I got you. I know everyone's ready to jump in and eat me alive. I get it. All right, but give me a second. All right. So if you want to trade down, that way you can get one of the top heavy receivers and quarterbacks. I understand that, but you got to draft a quarterback. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at. So I'll turn it over to whoever wants to go next.
I think trading down. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't think year one of this regime after Bill Belichick, it could trade down. After all these years of him trading down, I understand the thought process, but I just don't think you go into year one of post Bill Belichick of just saying, "Hey, we are trading down." I think you have to get a star player.
I agree. I think you need to get Drake May personally. I do if he's available, or Jalen Daniels. You got to do one of the two. I think you have to, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate. That's what I'm trying to do. That's all.
But the problem with these guys is like you can get them and then there's nothing around them. Like unless they sit the first year, it's like this is what happens with rookie quarterbacks on bad teams, right? They get thrown in and the team sucks.
But what happened to here? But you're forgetting. There's that one chance in 1,000, like Joe Burrow, where he came into a shit team, and look what happened. He turned him around.
I don't think there's a Joe Burrow outside of Caleb Williams.
But we don't know that.
I mean, we've seen some of these quarterbacks. We've seen these quarterbacks play.
I'm just saying, there's that chance. There's that chance.
I mean, okay, Joe Burrow quarterbacked the best college offense ever at the time, right. I guess, until Mac Jones broke it, whatever. But I mean, that was a special case, like
I agree.
With Drake May, I don't see like in Jaden Daniels and these guys, I think they're good, but they're not the type to transcend everything the way that Caleb Williams might be. But
here's another. Actually, let me give you all one quote real quick, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the clip on me. But this is from the guy who is the and whoever knows the actual quote or the actual name, let me know. But this is essentially the thing he was saying. He is the GM who drafted, and he still is there for the Buffalo Bills. He basically said,
"Oh, Pagula, or not Pagula, Jesus Christ." my bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ is. Oh, well, he is a good judge of character. I will give Jesus Christ that. He is a good judge of character.
No.
But his name is I can't remember. Either way, point is the guy who runs it. He had this awesome quote, and since I can say the word because I'm not on ESPN, I can say it. He said, paraphrasing, the thought process of getting Joe Burrow was I was going to do anything it could happen to get Joe Burrow. Josh Allen I was going to do anything I could do to move up to get Josh Allen. And you know what? My thought process as well was, you know what? If he doesn't work out, or if he works out, great. It's going to be awesome. If he doesn't work out, who gives a shit? Because I'm not going to be there. That's literally what he said. Not literally, but that's paraphrasing what he said.
Yeah.
He literally said, "Who gives a shit?" Because I'm not going to be here. That was what I was going to repeat to y'all. I'm saying, like, if I'm the Patriots, who gives a shit? Like, go pick someone. Go get a damn quarterback. Quarterbacks are important, and they can change the entire face of your team.
Yeah, but what's saying? What's saying
Good.
that they
Yeah,
have
you're not
that
gonna
they
be
rank
there
one of
anyway.
these quarterbacks higher?
And here's the other question someone said was like, and someone said this statement, don't pick because of what your team wants you to do. If you're the GM, pick on what you think is right, because then you have no qualms or doubts about you did your best to make it the best you could. Don't go in there saying, what will my team better? Because the team's not going to give a shit about you. They're going to fire you. Go in there and do the best you think you can do that year. So if you see a quarterback that you think is going to change your franchise, fuck it. Go out and do it. Go grab it.
I don't think they're going. I don't think Gerard Mayo is a 1 year coach.
No, I'm talking about whoever the GM is or will be.
I feel like Wolf's not going to be a 1 year person either.
And Mr. Doolittle, I have to say this: the Vikings said under no circumstances they will trade Justin.
Yeah, I love that trade, JJ.
But they said he also had.
We're coming up with a lot of good Patriots trades today that would make them the best team.
Oh yeah, prove himself this year.
JJ spitting facts.
Yes, he does. He does.
JJ, what are you talking about?
He does because of the injury concerns.
100% he does.
The injury concerns are the reason why.
What are you talking?
Someone's saying talent, E-Rock.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
What's the most important ability in football?
Availability.
Ooh.
He missed 2 seasons essentially due to injury. Joe
Burrow.
Well,
you know what? He didn't have to prove dick, because guess what? They stuck with him because they just signed his big ass contract.
No, but I mean, if you're looking at it from an anti-Joe Burrow aspect, this team almost made the playoffs with Jake Browning last year.
Cool. Instead, he doesn't have to prove dick because he just got signed to the second.
Right. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to prove anything. He has a contract. Everybody's under contract, so they don't have to prove anything.
Who said Aaron Rodgers? I didn't say Aaron Rodgers.
I'm saying you're saying if he's under contract.
You can't use contract.
And who cares? He's already a Hall of Famer. He doesn't have to prove dick either. What are you talking about?
So no quarterbacks that have a long-term deal. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to prove anything.
Josh Allen has a long-term contract. He's an exec. All right, here's the difference. Joe Burrow's been to we've moved into a different. You know what? These topics are making themselves. Okay. Joe Burrow has been to a Super Bowl. He almost won it.
Yeah, I was going to say he was like 1 drive away from winning.
Josh Allen does have something to prove. And even though he's a superstar, he has stuff to prove. And people say Brock Purdy has something to prove. He has nothing to prove. The dude is playing with house money right now.
He was last pick in the draft. He doesn't have to prove shit.
He doesn't have to prove a damn thing. Get the hell out of here.
Josh Allen, he has something to prove.
Josh Allen has the most pressure of any quarterback in the NFL to win, bar none.
Him and Lamar too.
Lamar, okay, I could see Lamar. Okay, although Lamar has 2 MVPs, but
still, I mean,
I know. I'm saying he has less pressure just by a touch but he does. There would be Josh Allen at 1. There would be Lamar at 2. I agree with that. But Josh Allen has Josh Allen has the most on the line of his his reputation right now. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Anyone else, please tell me.
Most to prove. I might say Jalen Hurts might have a little bit more to prove.
Ooh,
how? He was. I
like that
because what if we just learned that? What if you can't tell me for 100% that the Eagles didn't just pay him on his best year, and that was the best we were going to see of him?
I mean, Jalen Hurts basically had 1 elite season, and now he's kind of like not sure.
I'm not saying this is the ceiling. I'm saying you can't take it out of the conversation right now.
Again, I'm not taking it out of the conversation, but again, he went to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen is the most pressured quarterback because every year people say,
you don't think Justin Herbert has pressure?
No, because
He hasn't made a quarter. He hasn't made a Super Bowl.
because Brandon Staley has done him more misjustice.
People said the same thing about Sean McDermott.
Okay.
So
people also talk about Justin Herbert, or they talk about Justin Herbert, but they also talk about Josh Allen way more because everyone, and that's true. You watch sports shows.
Well,
they
because
talk about Josh
Well, I
Allen.
mean, I think the Bills have been a better team than the Chargers.
That's the other thing. The Bills have a better team every year.
Josh had more of a responsibility to actually.
And the Bills are in the same division, or the Chargers in the same division as the Chiefs. That's what takes away from it. Huge difference. Big difference.
In the same division.
No, the Chargers?
Yeah,
the Chargers. Sorry, I thought you said
no. The Chargers are in the same division as the Chiefs, and no one expects them to win the division. The Bills are expected to win the division every year. Even when they do, they lose. They're just always they're always hurt. It's not their fault necessarily. Sean McDermott makes stupid decisions, which I will never, because I hate him. I think he's a stupid ass dude anyway. And secondly, I think they're never going to win anything until they fire him and get a different.
I also think that he's not even. I don't think Josh Allen has the most pressure in his division. I think the more pressure is on Tua. I think if he has another season where they don't do much, I think there's a chance he's a backup quarterback.
That's tough. I mean, it's not a bad. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying.
I don't expect as much out of Tua as I do of Josh.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah, Josh Allen is literally supposed to be Superman, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but he just shrinks. As big as he is, he shrinks like a cotton shirt when you first buy it and put it in the dryer. Shrinks under pressure, man.
Tua to me is like as good as everyone else around him.
Exactly.
I agree.
Josh Allen is supposed. I agree with Eric. He's supposed to be the dude. Like
he's supposed to be the Pat Mahomes's Joe Burrow, and Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow are the closest thing to rivals because him and Joe Burrow, him and Josh Allen shrinks, man. He shrinks. And he's good.
You can't say Burrow shrinks. I don't think Burrow shrinks.
I didn't say Burrow. No, I meant to say Allen.
That's what I'm saying. I'm comparing him.
Yeah, Burrow, Joe Cool. He's Joe Cool, man. That dude,
Burrow,
he's healthy.
Yeah, Burrow is icy, and then Mahomes is already like becoming a modern legend. And then we have Josh Allen is lagging behind these dudes. So I agree.
Yeah, there's Mahomes, and then there's the world.
Right.
Gabe, give me thoughts. You've been kind of silent because we've been hollering at each other. Give me thoughts, bro. I don't even know what the question is. I don't know what the question is, but give me an answer.
It's all good. There are only so many great quarterbacks that you have available within any given draft. And what you need to distinguish is the person you're picking an elevator, a talent elevator, not the thing you ride at a mall. And the reason is because this is going to be a bad team if you're being picked early in the first round. And so I say that to caution. Bo Nix, I think, is going to be closer to a Josh Rosen, for example.
Oh, God. Oh, that hurt. That hurt me.
Really?
But
really.
And I will tell you, I'll come straight forward. I thought coming out of UCLA, I was a believer in Josh Rosen at the next level.
Oh yeah,
I thought he was nice.
Oh yeah,
that
shows had a hot tub in his dorm.
That's probably why he failed at the NFL level.
He just
couldn't grind it out.
Damn.
Oh yeah, he had the hot tub.
You're gonna believe in Josh
Rosen.
Rosen.
He had the hot tub. Yeah.
But this is why I, along with Bill Walsh, think that getting a quarterback should not be your first move. Bill Walsh would always say that you need to build the team first, and then when it's ready, then when you have all the pieces ready, the quarterback is then that last piece that you add through the draft instead of throwing a young prospect to the wolves and hoping it fails. The reason why, and it's Brandon Bean, I looked it up, the Bills
Thank you.
The
Thank you.
The
Thank
reason,
you.
yeah.
I was thinking of baseball.
The reason why you should give a shit is because that's why organizations fail. Yeah, sure, you might not be there. I guess it's not your problem, but that lack of a long-term success, the long-term view, is why we have teams in the dumpster fire for 20 years.
You know what? And we'll let that be the. I'm not even going to get the last word because you know what? As the Patriots fan, I will let that be the ruling of the court here. Only thing I will say, and it's not like I'm an opinion. There is that one, as we said, the Joe Burrow. That's the 1 in a million. Because Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, were they taking number one? Of course not. One was 32. One was what
14,
17,
15, something like that.
something like that. So you never know. Just
Yeah, that's fair.
buyers beware. Patriots probably. You know what? I think it's a fair discussion. What Gabe just said, what Bill Walsh said. Although he is also coming from a guy who had Joe Montana, so he needs. I was like, let's be. He needs to, those in glass houses, So yeah, it's tough, man. I don't envy the Patriots in many ways for this pick. I know what I might do, but I wouldn't blame him for taking Marvin Harrison Jr. I wouldn't blame him for trading back.
One sentence hot take. Drake May is the more sure prospect than Caleb Williams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're trying to go viral now, huh?
I agree. Drake May is the best quarterback in this draft. All right, we're moving forward. On that note, thank you, Gabe. You're the greatest. Thank you.
All
right, guys.
Vin's like,
Vinny, let's move forward because we spent. I didn't realize we were going to spend more time on that because we kind of pivoted several times. But give me a number, quick. We have two. Well, we have one. What was it?
We'll go one. Let's go one.
1, 3, and 4. 1, 3.
We're going one.
We're going one. Perfect. This will actually be an easy one. This is a quick take. There's a report of maybe the kickoff in NFL will go to the XFL version where they stand like 10 yards apart, but the kicker or the returner gets back and they do that. They're talking about it. And they're saying, and I'm asking you a question. This is just a take on my part, and I want your opinions. Vinny, I'm going to start with you since I started with JV last time. Josh, I'm sorry. That's what I'm calling you for the moment, JV. All right, JV. Varsity over here. Varsity. You're not JV. You're varsity. Get out of here. All right. So, Vinny Dogs over here. Come on now. I have still haven't come up with anything for you. But I still believe this. I'm going to postulate this question to you like this. Kickoffs, I feel like, are less dangerous than punts. Punts, yes, you get a running start for kickoffs, but so does the team that is returning the ball. Punts are so unpredictable, and you see people get laid out. You know what I'm saying? Get laid the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's laid. I'm gonna say it a third time. Laid the. You got knocked the out. All right. Punts are so much more dangerous. I just think that if we're gonna do anything, do something with punts. Then don't do anything with kickoffs because they're way more entertaining, and they're way more like I don't know. What are your opinions about this though?
I think we're 10 years away from eliminating kickoffs in general and just starting at the 25.
Okay.
I think we've seen it. They've now had the fair catch where if you fair catch at any point, you're automatically at the 25.
Stupid.
I don't know if we're going to get rid of punts because just of how wired we are to flipping the field and stuff like that.
No, Vin, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. No, let me like I don't think you understood. Maybe I didn't phrase it right. Let me say, do you think that the kickoffs should be like I think they should be going back to what they should, which is not going to happen, but don't modify them anymore. If you're going to modify something, shouldn't the punts be the thing modified? That's the question I was asking. I apologize.
How many times in a game do you see a punt return though? I think punts are essentially just fair catches at this point.
More than kickoffs. More than kickoffs, though.
I mean, yeah, because people just basically kick it out of the end zone. But
Don't you think kickoffs are not as dangerous as punts? That's all right. You know what? That's the question I'm gonna ask. What do you think are more dangerous, and what modifications would you make if you're good? Oh, you know what? That's the new question. I'm modifying. All right, sorry. This is the official question. I apologize to everyone, America, and everyone on the panel. Which one is more dangerous, and which one and what would you do or not do to change it? That's what my question is. Vin, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's where I'm going to be at.
I mean, I think kickoffs are technically more dangerous just because you have 11 guys running from 65 yards to tackle somebody, but the NFL has basically taken out the kickoff. So, in theory, it's the punt. I don't know if you can really change much about it, but there's just not as many returns, I think, that are going to cause injuries.
So you wouldn't change anything as of now, like the way it is. We wouldn't do you wouldn't do the XFL, UFL thing, like where you do 10 yards ahead, 10 yards apart, 15 yards apart, and then let someone. You wouldn't do that.
I think there has to be like a severe injury on a punt return to the point to get that, and I don't think
this is the kick return. Sadly,
on the kick, the kick return. I don't think there's anything to change because we've basically taken it out already.
Pretty much, but punt return you think should stay about the same though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I think that's good. Yeah, that's why this is a quick take, and I'm sorry I didn't word it right to the panel. I apologize to y'all. Gabe, let's go to you next. How about that?
I just want the XFL one because I thought the kickoff returns were more exciting, and it's a safer product for those instead of sprinting 60 yards and then colliding real quick. And I'm just for the entertainment.
What about the punts? Like, which do you think is more dangerous, kickoff returns or punts?
I mean, for the person, for the kick returner, for sure, the punt is more dangerous. That's the most dangerous of it. But overall, for the team as a whole, I think the kickoff returns on an actual return, obviously.
Okay. Yo, varsity, what you got?
So wait, remind me the XFL.
Here, I'll reiterate it here. The XFL version, and I apologize again to America and to varsity and to my panel. I was shaky on it. I'm sorry. My question was kind of a two-parter. I saw this today saying that they're talking about maybe moving the kickoff to like the XFL, but now it's called the UFL because they're combining to where it's like 15 yards apart the lines, but the returner's way back. Because I'm like, but they're not moving anything with the punt, and so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, the punts are way more dangerous than kickoffs are. I mean, but I'm like, okay, and then they're saying like I wouldn't change it, but I'm asking like, would you change it? And if you would, one, which is more dangerous in your opinion, and secondly, you think either one is more dangerous, how would you change it? That's the question. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, I think kind of what like Gabe and Ben said. I think that the punt is more dangerous for the returner, and like what Gabe said, but the kickoff and a return is more dangerous for everybody just because they're starting at opposite ends of the field and running at full speed. So someone's going to get hurt. But I think because they've already messed with kickoff so much, I think they can just take it out eventually. Honestly, we don't. How often do we see kickoff returns? It's like once in a blue. I don't think it's ever going to come back to what it used to be.
You're right. And sadly, you're right.
I mean, like the days of like Devin Hester returning kickoffs all the time. I just don't see it anymore.
Oh, those are fun.
You're sadly.
No, and they were great plays, but it's true they were super freaking dangerous.
Oh my god! Did you see JJ's comment?
No, I didn't bring it up.
Oh my shit!
Holy shit! Oh, sorry, Jane. How bad is it? Critical condition. I guess it's pretty.
Yeah, it got to be bad.
AJ, you can't be doing this to a Jets fan.
All right.
He
Well,
tweeted
hey,
39 minutes ago.
Fast recovery and recovery in general, get well and stay healthy and stay alive. Sauce Gardner. Damn. I'm sorry.
What else is
I'm,
affected?
I'm sorry, man. I-95 is a bitch, man. It really is. All right. Well, let's move. Which is gonna be bad taste, obviously, because of this topic. It's not funny, but it's like bad timing. It's like, wow, about kind of talking about injuries and stuff. I think that punt returning is dangerous for more people in general, because the blockers have more of a chance. If I was going to do anything, I wouldn't move the blockers forward. I'd move them backwards. That way they have more time to get momentum to go forwards and block. And because I'd get that's my opinion. Because I think the depth, but you know what? In reality, varsity is absolutely right. We're never going back. It's just never happening.
Yeah, I think with kickoffs, I just don't even want to change that. I don't even.
No, if I had my, as they say, as old white people say, I had my druthers about it. I would and that's literally what old white people would say. I would absolutely make kickoffs back to what they were, but move it either back or I'd move people back to where the blockers are so they have more momentum, and I'd actually make punching wherever the ball lands is where it is. That's what I'd do. I don't care if people like it or not. That's what I do. Wherever the ball is caught, that's where it is. But that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is, kickoffs are going to be destroyed. That's it, and that's it. So, by the way,
they've done a good job of just taking it out already. But
I hate it. Yeah, but I hate it because I love kickoffs so much. Part of football. It's part of football. Oh.
The thing, Eric, like if you did get your way with that, it still wouldn't be like what we remember,
I know. I'm that old guy. Get off my lawn. I know. I'm that guy. Doesn't mean I can't miss it though. I used to watch Dante Hall, Devin Hester. It's so sad. Plus, I still think punts are more dangerous. I really do. They're looking up. They're looking up when they're the return. The returner is who they're actually. The returner is the person they're supposed to be focusing on as being protective.
They have the defenseless, like the penalties for it. I mean, obviously, the penalty at that point.
Yeah, but
I know what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's
I get what you're saying.
You're looking up like this.
We all agreed with you on that point.
No, I know. I just wanted to say, I think people talk about kickoffs like they're so dangerous. I'm like,
also,
what about a damn punt?
Just want to mention, I don't see anything about Sauce Gardner, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I don't know if JJ saw something different.
Is JJ trolling? Are you trolling us, JJ?
No, I don't know. I don't know if he saw something that was like a fake or if we just haven't seen it. But I haven't.
Which I'm very happy I'm not seeing anything.
The only thing.
Wait, you're talking about the kickoff or Sauce?
Sauce.
Yeah, I know that's a fake. That's a fake.
JJ wouldn't
just say that. Fake news. No, that's a fake.
I've fucked up to joke about.
JJ, I have fallen victim to that before. That's not a real story. That's not a real story.
Although his Snapchat did get hacked yesterday. And
I saw that. I'm so afraid to see.
Here's a real story. Richard Sherman got a DUI yesterday. So there you go.
He got that last week, didn't he?
I don't know. I
just saw it yesterday. That's the way it came out. So yeah. Who gives a rat's ass? Got a DUI. It happens. All right. I'm not saying I'm not proving it. I'm just saying who gives a rat's ass. Okay. So it's not new news or anything. Quentin Williams got one way back when. Hey, try and drive drunk in the tri-state area. See if you don't get pulled over. Okay. So let's do one more. We got one more. I guess actually, is everyone gone?
Oh, Gabe hasn't.
Gabe is not. All right. I'll forgo mine to give Gabe, so I don't want to make this too long and I want everyone to be able to go to bed. in a good manner, but I will let you do your pick, my friend. Gabe, what do you got? We got 2 left. What did you pick, Vin? I think it was 2, right?
No, I picked one.
Oh, so we got 2 and 3. 2 and 3. What do you got, my friend?
2.
All right. We will do the next one tomorrow because I'm excited about it. But it's not going anywhere, I promise. Here's the thing, and this is also a pretty quick one as well. This is something that's kind of become a hot topic when it comes to, and I've mentioned it, and I wanted to ask y'all, I wanted to postulate this to you as well. Bill Belichick, Greg Popovich, Rick Pitino, etc. Modern ways versus older styles. Do you think that the generational transition is like, is there a place for these older style coaches? Is it translating at all, especially since they're not winning? I mean, let me go ahead and I'll go to varsity first. I want to make sure we I don't know. This is a tough one. I don't know. I'm stuck on it. But varsity, what you got?
Old coaches versus the more new
Yeah,
guys.
like the legendary coaches, but they're they're not adjusting to the new format. You know what I'm saying?
So I think a guy that's a good example of someone who does adjust is John Harbaugh.
That's a great one.
I
Wait,
think
Jim or John?
John. I mean, not that Jim isn't good too. I was just thinking John, but I think John. I don't know. I mean, so for example, like Lamar Jackson is a guy that wouldn't have appealed to a lot of these older guys, these old coach guys. But I think John kind of transitioning from Joe Flacco to Lamar is a good example of like, okay, he can adapt to different style because Lamar is such a new kind of player that I think you have to be able to adjust. I think a lot of these old guys are like all defense and no offense, and like we got to be conservative and like take care of the ball and punt. I don't think that works anymore. I think the new game is aggressive, offensive, scoring centric, and you have to be able to adjust to that. Mike Tomlin still makes the playoffs every year, but they're not that good. I just don't think these conservative old types are. You can have some of that in there, but you got to be able to adjust and infuse new aspects of the game into your philosophy, or else you're just going to be left behind. So you have to be adaptable.
That's very fair. I think that's a very fair take. Vin, let's go with you next, and Gabe will wrap up with you before I'll put a bow on it.
I mean, there is a space for them. It's just sports have gone analytical, and that's going to change the aspect. I mean, I think you could still have a Bill Belichick type in the football sense, just because of the nature of the game, the length of careers. You can't really have that in other sports just because basketball, hockey, baseball, your careers are just so much longer. You're getting paid more than these coaches. There's not that power dynamic. I think in football that still has that type of power dynamic. So that's where it can still establish. And I think we still have legendary coaches. I mean, you're telling me if Sean McVay decides he wants to keep coaching for another 20 years, he's not going to be a legendary coach?
Fair point.
I just think it's if you play within the rules of being an offensive coach in the NFL and you just want to break records and just play by the rules of your front office, I think we still will have legendary coaches.
Fair. That's a very, very fair point, actually. That's a good point, Vin. Good stuff, man. BT Gabe, what you got, big guy? What you got, dog?
Yeah, I think this is a narrative that's kind of overused and not really analyzed when we say it. The old heads are gone. I think it's just not true. Yeah, there's a lot of like winning's hard at this level. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just full of hot takes today. So there are a lot of reasons why a team won't win, and it doesn't matter older, not older, young. Like you can point to Greg Popovich, right? right now, and you can point to Bill Belichick with unsuccessful seasons in terms of wins, sure. How about all the hotshot newer and younger coaches that also are flaming out right now? So I don't think that has anything to do with it. What it has to do with is long term, how do you establish your culture? How do you connect with players? And are you willing to adapt? And so are there areas where maybe they should revise and relook at how they run the offense? Yeah, I'll grant you that. But the experience they have of running an organization and knowing what it takes to get there and being all on board, that's more valuable than I think whatever new play you can design or draw up.
I think, wow, Gabe, I think that was an extremely well put soliloquy. That was great, actually. Actually, all of you and all of you did. Gabe, I think that was really well put. I'm gonna take a little piece of what y'all both, all three said, and I'm just gonna put my own little bit of je ne sais quoi into it. I agree about yes. Well, you're not going to get the same. You're not going to get a good coach every time. Not going to get a great coach every time. Not going to get a Hall of Fame coach every time. Not going to get. You're going to not get a bad coach every time. You know, it's always going to. Things are going to be different no matter what. Like Cliff Kingsbury, youth does not mean wisdom, or youth doesn't mean innovation. Age does not mean wisdom. That's what I mean. Here's my point, though, and I'll make it very brief and succinct. I do think, and I've said this on other shows, I think that there's a difference between coaches that have age but aren't willing to change and adapt. That is the issue, especially when they have GM powers. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I'm borrowing pieces of that, right? Especially when they have GM powers. I never think Bill Belichick will ever be able to get back to anything close to what he was at. But if you have an ego, you've had power, you've had control, even if he says he wants it or doesn't want it or doesn't need it. No. The same thing with Greg Popovich. I love Pops. I don't like Bill Belichick, but I like Pops. Pops is a grouchy old man now, salty, bitter man. So he refuses to change. Pops is going to get fired in 2 years, just like Bill Belichick. If he may not even be there next year. And I love Pop, but it's just you got to be willing to adapt. That's just the way it is. And if you're not willing to adapt, and some people aren't, there are people like you who pointed out, like Mike McCarthy even has been able to adapt. And he's not old, but he's older. But I do agree with what y'all are saying. I think it has to do with just being able to adapt. It has to be able to making sure that modern times don't conflict with your thoughts of your previous times, like the traditional thinking. So that's where I'm at. I think it's great though, but I agree. I think everything everyone said is right. I just think there is like this. I think we're all saying the same thing, but it's kind of like this minutia of like collectiveness, if that makes any sense. All right. So, hey guys, great conversation, great conversations, plural. Let's put a bow on this sucker tonight, and let's go ahead and because it's late night. Everyone wants to be able to have a cup of tea. Oh, someone's phone just farted. Still doing it, unless someone farted. Okay,
No, it's my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you probably farted. Don't lie. Okay, so everyone wants to. The viewers want to have a cup of tea. Chamomile. Let's do this. I already asked a food question earlier. Let's ask this question. Let me get a top 3 from each of y'all. The hardest team position in sports, starting from 3. Starting from 3. The hardest position in team sports starting from 3, since I alluded to it earlier. Let's start with let's start with Josh actually, and then we'll move to Vinny, and then we'll move to Gabe.
Wait,
So
real
we're going
quick.
like
So
3, 2,
we're
1?
each doing 3, and we're listing our third hardest first. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
3, 2, 1, and then so I'm gonna start with Josh. We'll move to Vinny 2 times, and then we'll go to Gabe over here. BT Gabe. I'm still coming up with something that's good for you, Vinny. I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry. Handsome. Vinny Handsome. There you go.
Love it.
I think third, I would go goalie in soccer. That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, that's
Obviously a lot of pressure. If you mess up, it's huge consequences. Just extremely hard job. Second, I'm gonna go with the point guard. You got to kind of facilitate the offense, and you got to be a good scorer, but you also got to get everyone else to be a good scorer. It's kind of your responsibility to run things. Obviously, with the modern NBA, point guards can be different positions, but still, the modern facilitator role of the offense, it's a lot of responsibility. And then number one, I got to go with quarterback. Obviously, I mean, goes without saying. They basically have to have the whole organization on their shoulders, and if they suck, then usually the team is not going to win. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Those are my 3.
That's fair. Hey, Vinny P, what you got, man?
Yeah, I mean, kind of along some of the same lines. I have 2 to 3 the same. Goalie, whether we want to be hockey or soccer, I think that's probably third. Second, I'd put quarterback. I think obviously they're really important, kind of control the whole offense. Number 1, I'm going pitcher in baseball because you start having a bad day on the mound. You're in your own head. There's no one out there to help you. At least if you're a quarterback, you could hand the ball off. They could design plays for you. If you can't throw a strike on the mound, it's a lot. It's just too difficult, and there's no stopping it. They're just on the mound until they get that third out.
That's a good list. BT Gabe, what you got, man?
Yeah, I mean, across all sports, I think it's pretty easy to rank this. Like lacrosse goalie, soccer goalie 2, and then hockey goalie number 1. I really don't see how you can even debate that. Goalie is the hardest position in any sports, and the reason why I put soccer ahead of lacrosse is because soccer is involved in the attack as well, and there's a little more technique in terms of coming out of the goal, closing down the angle, and getting involved in that way. You're really the first attacker, and then hockey. I think hockey gets the most respect for me at least. Just if nothing else, the sheer size of the puck. So and then similar in terms of what I said with soccer too. Not quite to the same extent offensively, but I still think that's harder than soccer.
I hate you so much because you took one of mine. That's why I'm not mad because of your picks. I'm so mad because I'm a lacrosse guy, and I was saving it for me. You know what, you bastard! All right, well, since you did, I'm still sticking with lacrosse on one of them. Because of that, I'm gonna go with a lacrosse one as well. So I don't even care, bro. Because of I'm biased, and this is totally biased. I don't care. Crease defenseman in lacrosse number 3. Because that's what I was all stating, baby. Let's go, baby. Because it was gonna be goalie. Goalie in anything, everyone's covered. A goalie is an honorable mention, but it was gonna be on my list. But since everyone's already said it, that's happening. The next one for me is going to be point guard in basketball, because point guard has been convoluted these days because everyone thinks, oh, well, I'm going to take the ball up. And when I'm coaching, I'm saying like, no. He's taking the ball up or she's taking the ball up. It's coordinating it. It's orchestrating it. And I know it's not the most, but in team sports, it's the quarterback of the basketball thing. And obviously, you guys know exactly what I'm going to go with my number 1. Who is it? The quarterback in the football world. They have the most on them. However, another honorable mention would be middle linebacker on defense in football, because they are the quarterback on defense. So everyone, I just wanted to make sure you knew that. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. It is absolutely a pleasure. Sorry, I'm looking up the score of what happened tonight. That's of what happened tonight. Let's see here. Let's see what just to give y'all a final update, a last update. The Clippers were clipping. Oh,
it's close. Yeah, LeBron's 6 of 9 right now for 3.
It got close. It got
I'm
close.
about to go watch the end of that after this.
Yeah, I've been watching it on my phone the whole stream.
Yeah, I think I'm about to do the same thing, but at the same time, let's go ahead and get out of here, baby. All right. So, yeah, I got a background shanty going on. That's all right. Hey, everyone, Ben, promote yourself real quick. Everyone, promote yourself.
Follow me at TalkVinTalk. I talk on Twitter, and I like to write stuff. So
he likes to do things. He likes things. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, Total Apex Sports, Total Apex Sports Bets, and Total Apex Fantasy Sports.
Any articles you got you want to plug?
I do. This is this is a category more of articles. I want to give a shout out to Murat. He's living in Turkey right now, but he gives some of the best post game articles that I've seen. So he focuses on NBA and NHL. If you like those sports, go check his work out at totalapexsports.com.
None of those work out. That's always a comforting thing. Hey, Varsity, what you got?
Wait, where's you? What?
No,
what do you mean they don't work out?
I thought you said if they don't work out. I thought you said if they don't work out, then
follow me at Josh Valdez 100.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Follow me at Josh Valdez 100 on Twitter. I just tweeted today my article for Total Apex Sports about the new CFP format. Is it good? Is it bad? Check it out. And Josh_Valdez 13 on IG. Follow me.
I read it. It's good.
His DMs are open.
That's right. And if you don't like it, then you still obviously read it, so you helped him out anyway.
Exactly.
All right.
Which one your clicks? Be real.
Clicks are clicks, baby. And I'm the podcast man over here, and so is Gabe. So is Vinny G over here. Vinny the G.
I'm sad.
Why are you sad?
Because I was right on the trigger. I was gonna say today I think LeBron scores 30. He's at 31 right now. I would look so much smarter. And I look so, if I say it now, I look like I'm an asshole. Because he has it.
That's tough.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm doing pirate shanties in the background. That's what's happening. Morning blues and blow, boys, blow. All right, guys. On that note, hey, you know what? I love everyone here. I love everyone at Apex. Thanks for being such great co-hosts, colleagues, writers. Dusty, thank you for allowing me this platform. Everyone, go get some sleep, eat some ramen, eat some Easy Mac. Then just keep being sexy. All right. I love all y'all. Let's take it easy tonight. And on that note, have a great night. Peace out.
Shout out Luton Town.
Shout out what? Say it one more time.
You're supposed to play the thing. Luton
No,
Town.
I wanted to hear you.
Luton Town. Shout out Luton Town.
Luton Town.
Shout out Trey Foe. Let's see it, baby.